Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of war game review institutions. This is Imperium Romanum II, the rise and fall of the Roman Empire. Obviously, their first one, Imperium Romanum, which came out in 1979, must have been successful since they came out with this in, I think, 1985. But let's see what this is all about. Imperium Romanum II is the game of the Roman Empire, the greatest and most glorious empire the world has ever known. The rules book describes the intricacies of Roman political, economic, and military conflict. The game map portrays the whole Roman world, from Britannia to Parthia, in exacting detail, and the 800 game counters depict individual legions, fleets, and auxiliary units. The 35 scenarios examine every major Roman war, civil and external, through 700 years that shaped the Western world. Many games claim historical accuracy. Players will be astonished at the wealth of historical detail in this one. Many games claim to be playable. Players will be very pleased at how elegantly Imperium Romanum II joins scholarly historical concern to an eminently playable game system. In short, Imperium Romanum II is the definitive game of the Roman Empire. Then it says as far as complexity level, it's a complexity level of 4, which they say is similar to Panzer Blitz and Star Force. That's kind of cool, so it gives you a name of a game that it's similar to in complexity. It makes it easier to understand, especially if you've owned that game they're referencing. Alright, here's the rule book. Rule book's got 32 pages. Let's just gloss through it real quick. Alright, here's the sequence of play. You got a naval operations phase, followed by a land movement phase, followed by a supply phase, then a land combat phase, siege resolution phase, and then that's for the second and subsequent players' turns also. So each player goes through that sequence. Alright, now it's going over powers, provinces, and units. Going over taxation and talents, Roman mobilization, seasons, naval operations, land movement, supply, land combat, and sieges, and leader rules. And going over fortifications and corn and imperial capitals. Interesting. Plunder. Quite a bit to this. Alright, looks like most scenarios have their own victory conditions. There's a scenario book for this too. We'll get to that soon. Oh, it's got pirate rules here. Militia. Limitani. Training. And here's some optional rules, like here's a bunch of random events. Roman archers. Interesting, there were no Roman archer units. They used auxiliary, so I assume they're talking about Roman auxiliary archers. Oh, all Roman light units are so I guess they're treating auxiliary skirmishers as archers regardless. Okay. So optional city rules. Alright, here's the scenario book. Looks like there are 33, is that 33 scenarios? That's pretty impressive. Yeah, it's very impressive. Let's take a look at the map now. Alright, here's the main map. There's actually two maps. It has a map of Europe here and the Mediterranean and so forth. And it's got a command group holding box in the bottom. On the sides here, oh, these are all command group holding boxes for the different players. Map looks alright for 1985. Let's take a look at the other map. Here's the other map. This is a map of the East. This has got command group holding boxes, a turn record track, keep track of the month there and the game year. And then over here you have a terrain and seasonal effect chart and a period display. Interesting. Here's a chart and table book. It's got a forage chart, morale chart, siege attrition table, siege priority chart, unnamed leader replacement table, a tax value chart, period 1 mobilization phase, period 2 mobilization chart, period 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So the mobilization's different for all the periods. And you have a Corn Rebellion table here, an inactive power table, and a random events table. And then you have a variable city chart and a deity appeal table. And here's your land combat results table, naval combat results, and combat efficiency chart, and naval attrition table. Here's some of the counters. Look alright for 1985. Oh, these ones are coming out right here. The game actually is punched. Some of the other counters are punched. It looks like they're all two-sided. Here's a bunch more. And more charts for the other player. And here's some errata for the game. And here's the counters are already punched and some dice. I'm not sure if the counter tray is included with the game or if it was added to it. This is actually Len's game. He just let me borrow it to do the unboxing. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click like on it. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. And as you've probably heard, I'm selling used war games on my website, and I also have a wish list there. There's links to it in the description for the video. Have a good evening.